Cascading style sheets, or CSS, is fundamental to web development. It dictates the look and feel of websites, transforming plain HTML into visually appealing and engaging experiences. While basic CSS allows for styling elements, advanced CSS techniques unlock a whole new level of design possibilities. These techniques empower developers to create dynamic, interactive, and visually stunning websites that captivate users. This essay will explore the realm of advanced CSS, delving into various techniques that elevate web design. We will uncover the secrets of CSS animations, transitions, variables, and preprocessors like SASS. Additionally, we will discuss architectural approaches like the BEM methodology, explore advanced selectors and pseudo-elements, and conclude with a practical exercise to solidify your understanding. Let's begin our journey to master the art of advanced CSS. By the end of this exploration, you will possess the knowledge and tools to transform your web designs from ordinary to extraordinary. Get ready to unleash the full potential of CSS and create captivating digital experiences. Animations inject life and dynamism into websites, captivating users and enhancing the overall user experience. CSS animations provide a powerful way to create captivating visual effects without relying on JavaScript. At the heart of CSS animations lie keyframes, which define the different stages and styles an element goes through during the animation sequence. The rule allows us to specify these stages, called keyframes, each with its own set of CSS properties. Imagine you want to create a simple animation where a box fades in and out. You would start by defining your keyframes using the rule, giving it a descriptive name like. Within the rule, we define the start and end points of the animation using 0% and 100%, representing the beginning and end of the animation cycle. We can also specify intermediate steps using percentages to control the animation's flow more precisely. For our fading animation, we set the opacity to 0 at 0%, fully transparent, and 1 at 100%, fully opaque. Once our keyframes are defined, we apply the animation to an HTML element using the property. We specify the animation's name, duration, timing function, and other parameters. For instance, to apply our animation to a div with the class box we would use. This would make the box fade in and out smoothly every 3 seconds indefinitely. Transitions in CSS provide a way to create smooth and gradual changes between different styles of an element. Instead of abrupt jumps when a property's value changes, like when a user hovers over a button, transitions allow for visually appealing and subtle animations. This enhances the user experience by providing visual feedback and making interactions feel more natural. The property in CSS is used to define these smooth transitions. It allows us to specify which properties to animate, the duration of the transition, the timing function to control the animation's speed, and any delays before the transition starts. For instance, we can add a smooth transition to a button's background color on hover. In this example, when a user hovers over the button, the background color will smoothly transition from blue to light blue over 0.3 seconds using the timing function. This simple transition effect makes the button's interaction feel much smoother and more polished. Transitions can be applied to a wide range of CSS properties, including colors, sizes, positions, and more. By carefully selecting the properties, durations, and timing functions, we can create subtle yet effective transitions that enhance the overall user experience. Whether it's a button hover effect, a menu drop-down animation, or any other interactive element, transitions bring a touch of sophistication and polish to web designs. CSS variables, also known as custom properties, introduce a powerful way to manage and maintain style sheets, especially for large and complex projects. They allow us to store values that can be reused throughout our CSS, making our code more efficient, maintainable, and scalable. Imagine having a specific color palette for your website. Instead of repeatedly typing the same color codes, you can store them as CSS variables. In this example, we define our color palette using custom properties with the prefix. We can then use these variables throughout our CSS to style different elements. The real magic of CSS variables lies in their dynamic nature. We can change their values dynamically using JavaScript, allowing for interactive and personalized user experiences. By modifying the method, we can update the value of dynamically, instantly reflecting the changes in all elements using this variable. This dynamic nature opens up a world of possibilities for creating interactive themes, dark modes, and other user-customizable features. SASS, or Syntactically Awesome Style Sheets, is a CSS preprocessor that extends CSS with powerful features like variables, nesting, mixins, and more, making CSS development more efficient and maintainable. SASS provides a way to write cleaner, more organized, and reusable CSS code, which is then compiled into standard CSS that browsers can understand. One of the key features of SASS is variables, similar to CSS variables but with the added benefit of being available within the SASS code itself during the compilation process. This allows for even more dynamic and flexible styling. Nesting in SASS allows us to structure our CSS code in a way that mirrors the HTML structure, making it more readable and easier to understand. For instance, we can nest styles for list items within the styles for the unordered list. Mixins in SASS are like reusable code snippets that can be included in different parts of our style sheets. They can accept arguments, making them even more versatile. For instance, we can create a mixin for border radius. To use the mixin, we simply include it using and pass in the desired radius value. Finally, to compile SASS to CSS, we need a SASS compiler. Many tools are available, including command line tools and GUI applications. Once compiled, the SASS code is transformed into standard CSS that can be used in our HTML files. Organizing your styles, the BEM methodology. As web projects grow in size and complexity, maintaining a well-organized and manageable CSS codebase becomes crucial. This is where CSS methodologies like BEM, which stands for Block, Element, Modifier, come into play. BEM is a naming convention that helps to create more modular, reusable, and scalable CSS code. In BEM, a block represents a standalone component or section of a web page, like a header, a menu, or a card. An element is a child component or part of a block, such as a menu item or a card image. A modifier represents a variation or state of a block or element, such as an active state for a menu item or a large modifier for a card. By following the BEM naming convention, we create a clear and logical structure for our CSS classes. This makes our code easier to read, understand, and maintain. It also reduces the risk of style conflicts and makes our components more reusable across different parts of our project. Advanced selectors and pseudo-elements, fine-tuning your designs. CSS selectors are patterns used to select HTML elements for styling. While basic selectors like element tags, classes, and IDs are commonly used, CSS offers a rich set of advanced selectors that allow for more specific and flexible targeting of elements. Pseudo-elements, on the other hand, act as if we've added extra HTML elements to our markup, allowing us to apply styles to specific parts of an element that don't have their own tags. One example of an advanced selector is the adjacent sibling combinator, which selects an element that directly follows another element with the same parent. For instance, we can use to select the paragraph that immediately follows in heading. Pseudo-elements, denoted by a double colon, provide us with even more control over the styling of specific parts of an element. In this example, we use the pseudo-element to insert a quote character before the element. We can also use to insert content after an element. Pseudo-elements are incredibly powerful for styling elements without adding unnecessary markup to our HTML. Practical exercise. Building an animated landing page. To solidify our understanding of advanced CSS, let's apply our knowledge to build an animated landing page. Our landing page will feature a hero section with an animated background, a call to action button with a smooth hover effect, and a testimonial section with a subtle fading animation. We'll use CSS animations, transitions, variables, and potentially SASS to create these effects. First, we'll set up the basic HTML structure of our landing page, including sections for the hero, features, testimonials, and footer. We'll use semantic HTML5 tags to structure the content logically. Then we'll create a CSS file and start styling the hero section. We'll use a background gradient and apply a subtle animation using keyframes to make the gradient slowly shift colors, creating a visually appealing effect. Next, we'll style the call to action button. We'll use a transition on the background color and box shadow to create a smooth hover effect. When the user hovers over the button, the background color will subtly change, and a box shadow will appear, making the button stand out. Finally, we'll add a fading animation to the testimonial section. We'll use the opacity property and keyframes to make each testimonial fade in and out, creating a visually engaging way to display customer feedback. This practical exercise demonstrates how various advanced CSS techniques can be combined to create a visually appealing and engaging landing page. Remember to experiment with different animations, transitions, and styles to create a unique and captivating user experience. Conclusion: embracing the full potential of CSS. In conclusion, mastering advanced CSS techniques empowers web developers to create stunning, interactive, and user-friendly websites. From subtle transitions to captivating animations, CSS provides a vast toolkit for bringing websites to life. By embracing CSS preprocessors like SASS, architectural approaches like BEM, and delving into the world of advanced selectors and pseudo-elements, we unlock a new level of efficiency, organization, and precision in our CSS development. As you continue your web development journey, remember that the key to mastering CSS lies in practice and experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new things, push the boundaries of what's possible, and explore the vast landscape of CSS. By combining your creativity with the technical prowess of advanced CSS, you can create truly exceptional digital experiences that captivate users and leave a lasting impression.